Those who underestimate you won't see you coming. True intelligence wins by looking foolish first. And countless philosophers have tried to crack this code with their own formulas. One of them, the German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer, offered quite an unusual approach. Sometimes it's smarter to act dumb than to try and look smart. Because when success walks hand in hand with arrogance, it often breeds jealousy, not admiration. According to Schopenhauer, appearing less capable than you actually are gives you a hidden advantage. This idea traces back to his youth. At just 19 years old, his mother wrote him a letter. "You're intelligent, but you always try to show that you know better than everyone else, and that doesn't make you helpful." That sentence sparked an internal conflict in Schopenhauer. He realized that while intelligence can lift you above the average, it can also isolate you. People admire intelligence, but too much of it can make them uncomfortable. So, Schopenhauer developed a method, intentionally appearing a bit slow, a bit forgetful, a bit ordinary. It became a strategic role he named the wise fool. This, he said, is the art of surprise. To show all your strength up front is weakness. To stay in the background, observe, and strike at the right time, that's mastery. Many strategists in history used this exact method. Being underestimated makes you invisible, and invisibility is the ultimate power. As Sun Tzu put it, all warfare is based on deception. When you're about to strike, appear weak. When you're on the move, pretend to be still. And this doesn't just work in war, it works in daily life. In a meeting, an argument, or even a casual chat, staying silent, listening, and waiting for the right moment to say something powerful often creates more impact than constant talking. Gandhi said, "If what you're about to say doesn't improve silence, don't say it." True leadership, Schopenhauer believed, is knowing when to speak and when to stay silent. In any group, there will always be loud voices, but it's usually the quiet ones who are taken more seriously. Being a wise fool is not about playing dumb. It's about knowing when to step back, when to stay quiet, and when to let others shine. As Plato said, "Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools speak because they feel they have to." The wise one listens, observes. Every bit of information becomes a tool. Then, with a calm voice and perfect timing, they command everyone's attention. Sometimes, pretending not to know gives space for the other person to shine. And when they shine, they feel you're on their side, not in competition. This works wonders in families and in the workplace. At work, if your boss is wrong, pointing it out bluntly might not make you right. It might just get you fired. Sometimes, pretending not to know can save the relationship. Schopenhauer said, "Acting like a fool can be the kindest way to cover someone else's flaws." This kindness is a form of moral protection, because constantly correcting people doesn't make you wise. It just makes you annoying. If you're truly intelligent, you're already attracting attention. You don't need to stand under every spotlight. In hard times, stepping forward isn't always helpful. Sometimes taking a step back and showing vulnerability makes people come closer. As Schopenhauer said, pretending to know nothing, then speaking with elegance at the right time. That's real intelligence. Eastern philosophy agrees. The Tao Te Ching says, "The true sage doesn't show all his talents. He dresses simply, but inside, he carries a jewel." Socrates used the same approach. His famous irony wasn't about teaching, it was about helping others see their contradictions. "All I know is that I know nothing." That wasn't modesty, that was a strategy. Schopenhauer also points to a deeper truth. People care way too much about what others think. They search for their self-worth in other people's eyes. But true freedom begins when you stop seeking their approval. Most of the time, what others think has nothing to do with your life. Real influence comes through quiet kindness. Covering someone's mistake is more noble than pointing it out. Sometimes, enabling someone else's victory, making them feel like they won, is your greatest victory. Just like a master letting a child win a game, the child feels like a hero, but the real hero is the one in the background. Some people celebrate success loudly. They brag in front of everyone. But that doesn't inspire admiration, it causes discomfort. As George Lucas once said, the loudest person in the room is usually the weakest. That's why Schopenhauer believed, true impact lies in silence. Making success look ordinary can be more impressive than success itself. Showiness reveals insecurity, but humility, that's quiet power. And that power will always be noticed in time. Because sometimes those who are truly smart first appear foolish, but then they change everything.